Hi everyone, today let's talk about the note values. A note value is the relative duration of the note. It tells us how long or how short we should hold the note. Of course, the more complicated music gets, the more note values we'll see in the music. But for now, to get us started, you really need to know just 5 basic note values: quarter note, half note, dotted half note, whole note, and eighth notes. Very often when we hear a piece of music, we like to nod our head or snap our fingers or tap our feet. That's because you are feeling the pulse of the song or the piece. And most of the time, you're feeling the quarter note. So quarter note gets 1 beat. Now let's make the note a little longer. Half note has 2 beats. So let's take the simplest song we can think of, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Those are all quarter notes because it's just 1 note per beat. But by the end of it, we're holding the last note a little longer. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Now for the last note, it's a half note. So half note gets 2 beats. And if we want to make it longer, dotted half note has 3 beats. And finally, a whole note has 4 beats. If you want to try them out on the piano, you can just put 5 fingers on C, D, E, F, G, and then try C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. Now these are just all quarter notes. And now try it in half notes. C2, D2, E2, F2, and so on. Or you could try it all on the same note. So if I want to play quarter note C, it will be like this. And if I want to make it a half note, it will sound like this. C2, C2. And if I want to make it a dotted half note, it will sound like this. C2, 3. And finally, a whole note will sound like this. C2, 3, 4. So you can experiment with these different note values in your improvisation. You can just use 5 fingers on C, D, E, F, G and play around with it. Like C2, D, E, F2, G2. You can mix them up and see what sounds good to your ear. And there is one more note value we haven't talked about, which is the eighth note. An eighth note is half of a quarter note, so half of a beat. So 2 eighth notes would equal 1 quarter note or 1 beat. This would make more sense if you can think of the whole note as the entire unit. Like if we think about food, it could be like a pizza or a cake, whichever you prefer. Let's imagine a whole pizza as a whole note. If we divided that into 2 halves, we'll get 2 half notes. And if we divide it into 4 pieces, we'll get 4 quarters. And if we want to divide each quarter into 2 pieces, then you get 1/8 of a pizza. So it will be 1/8 note. So I strongly encourage you to do a little improvisation, just have fun with these rhythms and different note values and see what comes up, what pleases your ears. And you will be surprised that you can already start composing your own songs or music. Have fun practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.